Good evening, everybody.
Yay!
We are
Excited you
so
guys are here.
excited to have you guys here. My name is Doug, and this is Sharon Farrar, my wifey, and we have great guests with us tonight, Lisa and Craig Radesi. Hey, guys.
Yay!
Hello.
We are so excited to share our journeys with you, a little bit about what it's been like for us as part of the Juice Plus company. Um, so we're going to hop right into it. And let me just say that we are a health conscious community. I know there's a lot of partners that we work with on here that might be even be hearing these stories for the first time. So we're so glad you're here. It's not too late to invite. Go ahead and invite people on because it is going to be powerful because so many great things have happened in our lives because of this company, this product, this community. It's just awesome. Welcome, Jennifer. Hi. So I want to start off by just letting Sharon get to it. We're going to kind of share our stories, and this is unscripted. We're going to share our story. Radesi is going to share their story. You guys hop in whatever you want, whatever you want. Then we're going to share what we love about our company, our product, our business, and we'll see where it goes from there. So Sharon, I'm
Awesome.
going to have you start because you started all this for me.
Okay, and I might be the senior person who started here.
Maybe so.
Okay, so I started 21 years ago. And I just want to say I'm so thankful to be on here with the Radesis. They're our buddies in the business. And many of you are too who are listening. So great to see your faces, see your names and all that. And great to meet you, Lisa. I think you got us started early today as a new person. So I am just as excited today, well, probably more excited today than 21 years ago. Like every day gets a little more exciting, believe it or not. So my friend told me about Juice Plus. I knew nothing. I was super unhealthy, if there is such a word, where I was eating fast food, junk food, things like that. I didn't even think about food. Neither did Doug, really, except for what are we going to
I
eat
thought about it
next?
less.
Well, yeah, I mean, what are we going to eat next, right? So, but never anything about what's healthy and never really connecting the fact that I had major allergies. I had a Kleenex in my hand all the time where Doug would come grab my hand and what would you say?
It was gross. This is part of us.
Yes. And he'd say, this is part of us. So the Kleenex was actually part of our marriage. I hate to say it, but I was getting allergy shots. I was on allergy medicine. I was on antibiotics, all these different things, but I never connected nutrition with that. And I was super run down. You can only imagine. So anyway, even on a drive to my mom's house for like 3 hours, I would have to stop off the side of the road to sleep. That was how ridiculous. And I was called medical girl
I'm
by
sorry.
someone I don't want to mention.
It's me.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm so mean.
it is. And so that's how bad it was. I just want to tell you that because now I'm in my 50s and I have so much more vitality and I play racquetball and I kick booty and love it. And I play for like 3 hours and it's just a different life, and I can wear things that show my arms, shirts that show my arms. And I don't have a Kleenex anymore. It's not a part of us. So anyway, the great health overcoming. And then with my kids, our kids, I used Juice Plus as a prenatal and also with our children. So we've been able to stay out of the doctor's office. My friend introduced it to me and I was like, sign me up. I had no idea about the education behind fruits and vegetables. And so I was really excited to learn that this was a way to get so many when I had just seen the American Cancer Society poster and it showed all these fruits and vegetables that we needed. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful that I have this way to get more fruits and vegetables. So it's been our way to have a tool in our toolbox. And I really didn't have any in the beginning. And then I have the complete shake, which we, aren't covering together tonight too much, but it's an awesome vegan plant-based shake. And so I've learned over the years that the more plants, the better. I went to one lecture and basically it was Dr. Pam Popper, if any of you guys know her. And she's like, you need to eat plants and drink water and you're going to be so much healthier. And she said, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and beans, I think it was. So the more you increase that, the better. So I was definitely infusing that into our family. And I was learning a lot. And I have a couple master's degrees, one in guidance, just like Lisa. And I really thought that was going to be my path forever. really just to get that awesome job and stay there and have the benefits and be able to get off early with the kids and stuff like that. But what happened was I got so excited about what I was learning through Juice Plus and the community and the network of healthcare professionals that I just started sharing with other people. It was like, have you eaten fruits and vegetables today? How many did you eat? And, then I'd share Juice Plus with them and they were signing up and then they were having great results. And so I got a really awesome customer base, even at my school I worked at and at the school he worked at, and my friends and family. And so that's how it began. And then I would get a really awesome team member, and she set the world on fire telling everyone. And so over time, it went from being a car payment and fun money to, oh my gosh, I'm home with 2 babies. And now I just paid the mortgage. I was like, oh my gosh, this is unreal. And I didn't know that it even existed as a guidance counselor to be able to be home yet create a significant income. So that became my mission, is to help other mommies be able to stay home with their kids, but not just stay home, but create a significant income. So that's where I'm at. And I'll turn it over to you because I know he kind of came in the picture a little later than that, but
Yeah,
I set the stage.
I mean, health-wise, I was on quite a bit of a delay. I wasn't taking it serious. Lisa, if you could do some muting of people, that'd be good.
Co-host.
I did. I think she's co-hosted. But over time, I did start to realize that I needed something. I was, you get out of college, you gain a couple pounds a year. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but when it's 20 years later, it's like, oh my gosh, that's 20 years of a couple pounds. That's 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds. So I was on blood pressure, cholesterol medication, but through this community and making changes, using the shakes in the morning instead of having things like bagels, I've been able to get off medications and just improve my health. It's just amazing. And when it comes to the business of Juice Plus, I went when she was getting a big promotion, and I got vision for this, and I got to see that this is a global company. This is a huge company. I thought it was just this little mom and pop thing, but it was huge. And I was just so impressed with the people I met and made friends like Craig and Lisa. And it was just incredible. So, I got involved. I got tired of coming home as she kept making more and more money. I got tired of coming home and she's still in her pajamas making that money. And I was like, I want to get some pajama money too. So I started getting involved, coming to meetings, learning, coming on to Zooms like this. And I was able to also start to build a business. And eventually we were in a position where we were able to go all in. And that's what we did. So we've been doing this and only this for 6 years now. And I've been doing it part-time about 10 years. She's been doing it full-time for 20 years. And it's just incredible. It's the greatest. We might talk about some other things we love about it in a few minutes, but I want to turn it over to Craig and Lisa and let them share their journey, because I always find it really powerful. I think you're going to enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, the Farrars we call them our BFFs in Juice Plus. We have such similarities as couples. And I think it's so funny that Sharon and I were both guidance counselors. Not that you have to be a guidance counselor to do well in this business. It's just a coincidence here. I have been a part of Juice Plus for 16 years. I learned about it at the school in which I worked, fell in love with it right away. We did have some family history of disease and decided we wanted to take control of our family's health. And so when I learned about Juice Plus, I honestly wanted it on the spot. I saw the food, I saw the fact that it's highly researched and free for children. I thought this is great. I ordered it right away. And I happened to go home and tell Craig, you won't believe what I just found. So excited. Food research, I ordered it. We're going to take it. And he's like, great. And I even said, what do you think? I didn't know what I was asking, but what do you think about me joining the club and sharing it with people? I did know that if I shared it a little bit, that I could get a little bit of a discount on our order. I thought that sounded great. And Craig said, sure. Well, first he said, how much? And the answer was $52 a year. And he said, great. So I started to share it because I felt like it needed to be shared. I had wondered at the time, how have I not heard about something so wonderful and easy as this before? And so I felt like I want to be able to tell people that something like this exists, because I wish I could have gotten this in my dad, who passed away from Alzheimer's, or Craig's mom, who passed away from cancer. And so what I found similar to Sharon was in just naturally telling it about Juice Plus to people in our life, our family, our friends, some coworkers and neighbors, just very naturally, the paychecks started rolling in. And Craig looked at me and said, after, a paycheck came in after a few months, he said, you should do a little more of that. And I said, okay, I think we will.
Well, yeah. And, it was probably 4 or 5 years after both we each lost a parent to the disease when we were introduced to this. So that was a journey. Those few years we were always searching. Lisa, primarily, that was her passion, to find health and nutrition and wellness. So when she brought that home for me, it was a no-brainer. If she said that we're going to take it, we're going to take it. So I had the vision once we learned a little bit more about what this was and sharing, and that we could possibly build a business where Lisa just figured we'll just start making a little money maybe, but just by sharing friends and family. I had a bigger vision, knowing her passion for it. And so once she really did, at that point I was really excited.
He was super supportive. Craig had already learned a little bit about the idea about multiple streams of income. And so he highly encouraged me to keep going. What I found after a year was a significant amount of income, enough for us to decide that this was the time for me to be a stay-at-home mom, which was a dream come true. Well, a couple of years later, when the economy hit in 2007 and 8-ish, his job, which was in land development, construction, was eliminated because the economy had collapsed and that whole industry fell apart.
Right. It was in the real estate industry. So, back then, nobody needed homes anymore. So we weren't producing lots anymore. That's what I was doing, was land development. So she wasn't working and I was no longer working. And we had just bought a house 6 months prior, three kids, homeschooling, a couple cars with payments. So we were
financially wiped out.
Yes, to say the least.
Completely wiped out.
And more than that, it was I had been in that career for 15 years, and it wasn't that easy to recoup that same income within a months or even years for me. And so what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, now we did have our little Juice Plus hobby-ish business on the side. It was, that gap of income that we were very grateful for it. Like Sharon had said, it went from kind of fun money to a place of we need this to pay the groceries. And that's where we're at.
Up until that point, we really treated it as a hobby, because we're free to do whatever we want with this business, treat it as a hobby or go in and treat it as a business. But so at that point, and I couldn't find anything else, we really looked at our options, and we saw within our friends, within the business, their businesses were growing. We had mentors of us, her husband retired into this business in 2008. I mean, who was doing that?
Right. So in 2008, when most of our friends who were in the real estate business were very much struggling, everyone was struggling, our Juice Plus friends were not struggling. And it really reminds me, honestly, of this past year. A lot of people were struggling through what happened. And yet, though, our Juice Plus community is thriving, what our personal businesses and those at large. And it was similar for us. So when we took a look around at what was really happening, that was when a pivotal point happened, from going from just a hobby and kind of playing with it to, let's do this. Let's at least try and find out what would happen if we really treated this like a business.
Exactly. So we decided to do it deliberately and focus on it.
And I want to say that, so at that time I was still homeschooling. That focusing on it didn't mean I need to spend 8 hours a day doing it. It just meant that I needed to spend a few hours a day intentionally doing those activities. And I hope that that is encouraging to those listening, because if you just do the business building activities following the system intentionally, it does work. So we made the top position of the company in 2011. We've been here for 10.
Wait, don't gloss over that.
Well,
so from 2008, we have to go quickly.
Yeah.
So from 2008, in the depth of the recession through to 2011, she made the top level of the company. during the recession, during people still losing jobs, and it just grew and grew because we have solutions for people.
And I just want to say the gratitude, because where we were at 2008 to where we are at now, 2021, and have been ever since reaching the top levels in 2011, it's night and day. The life that we get to live, really every day, we're pinching ourselves. The fact that we've both been able to be stay-at-home mom and dad. We have a thriving business. We're able to pour into our family and pour into other people entirely.
So I just want to point out real quick, because I know we're pressed for time. So this past year and a half, our business has been a solution. I've figured it out for four different problems people have. One, the product helps us with health and helping our immune system. Two, we can grow our own food. We know that's been an issue from time to time with food supply and the health of food. Three, we can help anybody basically for $52 a year. In the summer, we don't have that. Build any type of income, even if it's a couple $500 a month. And then the fourth thing, which has been huge for this past year and a half, is community. We have a community of like-minded people, and now the need for a community is greater than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay, so we just want to wrap that up real quick.
Awesome.
Well,
way to go, Craig. I like that.
There's way more to share than just 30 minutes worth.
Yeah.
And I know we're not going to get to all of it, so I'm just going to put this up there. And this is a bullet point list of some things that are amazing. And we can kind of take turns a little bit and say what we love. Because each one we could all do a dissertation on. Everybody's reading them right now.
Yeah.
But there's a few seconds on whatever we're really excited about. I love, like, the health stuff is amazing. I'm very thankful for the improvement. We just got our blood work back, and the doctor's like, you guys are great. Everything's good. It's like the older I get, the better I'm getting in this community and on these products. But I just love the business side of it. I love that it's stable. I know a lot of people, and you guys probably do also, that have tried these other home-based businesses and network marketing type stuff. And sometimes they're like, yeah, I made $5,000 this month. I've only been in it a month. And I'm like, wow, you're not going to make $5,000 in your first month, to second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth in Juice Plus. It's not some get rich quick schemes. You see, the thing about those other companies, those people never seem to be around a year later.
Right.
Here we are 20 years later. All our eggs are in this, but there's no multiple streams of incomes for ours. Juice Plus pays us on time every single time. So I love, you guys can see that we're in 23 countries. It's a $17 billion company now. It's just amazing. So let's go, Craig, what do you love?
What do I love is that, move that out of the way.
I'm sorry.
She's hiding my screen.
No, I'm just trying
Okay,
to.
so, $52 per year. Well, what does that mean? Well, right under that, virtual franchise. We can join a business that provides everything there, tons of marketing material, takes care of all the billing, takes care of all the inventory, ships directly. I mean, grows on all the farms, produces it to a powder capsule. I mean, that's millions and millions of dollars. And then just to do that process, and then millions in research studies. And on. I could keep going. It's just for $52 a year. I mean, that is a no-brainer. And then this summer, it's $0 per year for the first year. I mean, come on.
I want to say the benefits package. We have the most amazing benefits package at the top multiple levels of the company, now starting at QNMD and up. Our benefits package is better than anything that I ever had in the school system or Craig had in corporate America. It's medical, vision, dental, life insurance, disability, long-term care, college tuition reimbursement, holiday bonus. It's incredible. We never had that before. Right. And we have really, that has been amazing. Love that. We have that here.
I'll stick with the product since you guys did all the business ones. I love the business though. But you know, you're bulletproof with Juice Plus. It's the largest selling nutritional product in a capsule in the world. It's the most researched nutritional product in the world. And the company has always been ahead of the game. They were gluten-free when I started 21 years ago. So they're always ahead of the curve. And, you know, not too many other products are also giving children free Juice Plus. And doctors, thousands of doctors recommend Juice Plus because it has all the things. It's a food product. It has NSF certification and product-specific gold standard research showing it works, not just making things up. So I love it.
Yeah. You know, when you look at this list, there is nothing else in the world that has these features. Nothing. With the free kids, with the research, 41 studies and counting, NSF certification, whole food, and a 50-year-old company. There isn't. I'm so proud of that.
How about doctor recommended? I mean, our pediatrician is not only recommends Juice Plus to our patients, but she's on our business team too. I mean, it's like I mean, you go to conference and you meet all these people. We have doctors on here now,
Yes.
chiropractors, acupuncturists on the team. I mean, medical professionals all over the place, because once they see the research, they're like, what? Are you kidding me?
That's incredible.
Because there's these knockoffs. I actually know somebody who has their own, you know, like one of these online type people, trainers, health coaches. They literally just buy like a blank product from China or something, and they put their label on it, and they say, this is our smoothie mix. And it's like, how do you even know what that does? Has that been tested? Well, ours has been tested and published in all over the world in medical journals. It's amazing. And in addition to that, if that wasn't enough, we have the NSF certification. So the third party people come in and test it, and you know what's on the label is in the package, and what's in the package is on the label. But also, as if that wasn't enough, we get NSF sport certified too. If you happen to be in the Olympics, like some of our Olympians for the USA and other countries are taking Juice Plus.
So since I have a couple more minutes, I'll talk about some favorites of the business.
1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. Okay. We have a small product line, or narrow product focus, we like to call it. So we're not talking out of many sides of our mouth, just one. Add more plants to your diet. So I love that. It's not a whole bunch, a whole catalog of products. It's just a few. So it's not, you know, it's not hard at all to include that in your conversation. It's consumable. So I have people who've been on Juice Plus for 20 years. They continue to consume Juice Plus, and that provides some extra income that is past the point of sale. And then that provides leverage of time. So I love that we don't have to be at a certain building at a certain time, and that I can already have customers from the past. I can get new customers. I have team members from the past, get new ones, and also they can too. So it's incredible how this works.
Well, whoever invited you on here obviously wanted you to hear this information. Make sure you follow up with them. If you're already a partner in the Juice Plus community, follow up with the person that invited you. Talk about it. Let's talk business. Let's have fun with this. We love sharing our mission to inspire healthy living around the world. We're so glad you came on. Any final words, Lisa and Craig?
Oh gosh, I'll say one more thing that is not on this list that is very apparent. We have the best people in the whole world in this company. The Farrars are some of them, and you all are too. This community that we have is incredible. And we're about to hear from Wendy Campbell, who's mentor to both the Radesis and the Farrars and all of you here. And she's another shining example of the outstanding mission-hearted people that we have in our community.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on this.
Thank you for having us. We love you guys.
And I just hope everybody can agree with me that this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It is.
It is a no-brainer.